Ever since I started playing Bioshock, I've always looked for different ways to play the game, whether it's different strategies, different play styles, different challenges, you get the point. And I've come to the conclusion that there is so many unique ways to play the game that you can do whatever you want. If you want to use a specific weapon or a specific plasmid, you can do so. But I really like testing myself personally, and you guys might like doing the same. So in today's video, I'm trying something a little bit different, and I'm here to answer the question, can you beat Bioshock without firing a single bullet? If you enjoy the video by the end, would you kindly hit that subscribe button? And with that being said, I hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. After smoking a cigarette on a plane, crashing said plane, swimming into a lighthouse, going down into the lighthouse, taking a bathysphere, looking at an underwater city that we have no idea where, why, or how this is actually here, we come across a character named Johnny, our main protagonist. Just kidding, he's dead within the first 10 seconds. So we meet an Irish lad named Atlas, and eventually he says that we're gonna be safe, we're gonna go to high ground, and then he tells us to... After grabbing a crowbar or something, we get our first kill, and then we do what any normal and sane person would do in this situation. That's right, we inject ourselves with the first needle we see, and eventually we pass out because, of course, don't inject needles into your arms, kids. Don't do that. Initially going into this run, I realized I had very little at my disposal in terms of weapons and plasmids. So what weapons are we using? Obviously, the wrench. Can't fire a bullet. What plasmids are we using? Well, we're not going out of our way to get anything that we don't need. So I believe Telekinesis should be able to carry us through the challenge if we do indeed do it. However, we still have Incinerate and Electrobolt as viable options. Now, we also have tonics as well to help optimize our loadout. Also, what I wanted to mention is that I cut out a lot of the tedious parts of the video because I don't want to bore you. So that's going to include researching splicers and big daddies, finding the tonics or the hidden tonics as well, and mainly just parts that I feel would actually bore you. I want you guys to get all of the goodness of the run itself, not the boring parts. So I hope you can understand that. Now, with that being said, let's get into our first part. Next up, we have the sadistic surgeon, Dr. Steinmann, who really takes his craft very seriously, as you can see. I think he's performing a surgery, not quite sure. After he does this surgery, he shows off a couple of previous surgeries, and he's rather rude to me, so I decided to return the favor.
No! What's this, goddess? An intruder! He's ugly! 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 Look at you!
With Dr. Steinmann being out of the way due to an already exploded barrel being on fire and flung at him at Mock Jesus, it's time to meet Dr. Bridget Tenenbaum. But I'd like to show you one of the best glitches you can perform within Bioshock and within the Bioshock series as a whole. All you have to do is use Telekinesis, grab one of the grenades that this kind gentleman decides to throw at you, carry it with you, go towards the cutscene area, and make sure your camera is facing the door. Now, I hope you enjoy.
Not have him hurt my little ones.
It's okay, lad. It's not a child. Not anymore, it ain't. Dr. Tenenbaum saw to that.
Bitte do not hurt her. Have you no heart?
Oh, that's a pretty sermon coming from the ghoul who cooked up them creatures in the first place. Took fine little girls and turned them into that, didn't you? Listen to me, boy. You won't survive without the antidotes. Things are carrying. Are you prepared to trade your life, the lives of my wife and child, for Tenenbaum's Frankensteins?
Here! There is another way. Use this. Free them from their torment. I will make it to be worth your while. Somehow.
Thank you.
The path of the righteous is not always easy, yes. The reward will become clear in time. Be patient.
Time for a nap, sweet angel.
Tenenbaum's playing you for a sap. Those things may look like wee little girls, but looks don't make it so. You need all the Adam you can get to survive. If you cross paths with another of them gatherer's garden machines, make sure you pick up a new plasmid or two. That's if the price ain't too dear, of course.
So yeah, you could kill Tenenbaum. All you have to do is either shoot her, or in this case, use Incinerate, use Telekinesis to drag the body down, and you can check out what Tenenbaum was supposed to look like. And it's just a reused splicer model. So, not bad, but the glitch is still wonderful to do. Here's one of the moments you have probably been waiting for all throughout this run, and that is the Big Daddy fight. Well, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a treat here. I'm just going to give you a whole montage of all the Big Daddy fights I had during this run, so hopefully you enjoy it. There wasn't too many, but regardless, I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to be honest here. I lied a little bit. You remember earlier in the video when I mentioned that I was going to cut out a lot of the tedious and boring parts of this video? Well, the Big Daddy fights are exactly like the ones you just watched. So I'm going to spare you the trouble. They all went the same way. So we move on to Neptune's bounty, and more specifically, Peach Wilkins. And his voice actor, Mike Villani, is a very good friend of the channel. If you want to check out an interview that I did with him, you can do so by clicking the card at the top right-hand corner of the screen. In terms of the actual fight with Peach Wilkins, it's very easy. All I did was hack the security drone, I hacked the turret when it spawns up as well, I also used Incinerate, and the wrench worked wonders. So, all in all, a very simple and easy boss fight.
Doing his dirty. I guess that makes Ryan a bum, and you a...
Atlas! He was ours! Ours!
Our next stop on this wild and wacky adventure, which I have no idea why I just said that. Fuck it, we're doing it live and we'll just roll with it. Our next stop is going to be Fort Frolic, because Smuggler's Den and Arcadia have nothing of significance and nothing of value in terms of this run in specific. So, while in Fort Frolic, we get to meet my personal favorite character in the entire Bioshock series, that being Sander Cohen. Once we actually meet him, we're tasked with taking photographs of his former disciples. First, and in no particular order, we have Kyle Fitzpatrick, Martin Finnegan, Hector Rodriguez, and finally, Silas Cobb. After we take all 4 of those photos, we put them on Sander Cohen's quad tick, and we get gifts, and a little bit of a violent outburst. Then more gifts. Who doesn't like gifts after violent outbursts? And then we have the option to either let Sander Cohen live, or we have the option to fight Sander Cohen and kill him. I think you guys know which option I decided to choose, so let's watch the footage.
The labor pains can blur the judgments and drive the passions of even the finest spirits.
That then takes us to Hephaestus, where we have to build and drop an EMP on the core. So thankfully, with the Big Daddies I already killed, the R34 clusters were rather easy to obtain. We need 4 of them in total. We needed a thing of nitroglycerin as well, and then to end it, we need 2 cans of ionic gel. Once we do that, we take the EMP, put it on the core, and run. After successfully completing that, we're then led to the magma release valve, where if we turn it, we're able to release the magma that actually powers up Hephaestus. This in turn opens up Rapture Central Control, aka where Andrew Ryan is located. This specific instance in this run, the tonic natural camouflage worked perfectly, and if you get this tonic, it is quite literally one of the best ones in the game. All you have to do is stand still and you go invisible. Enemies won't see you. However, you can still take damage by, let's say, friendly turrets shooting you, which happens, but it's still an amazing tonic. After successfully completing everything that I just previously mentioned, we actually have quite the heartwarming family reunion where we get to meet our father for the very first time. And he just happens to drop one of the most iconic, one of the most memorable, and one of the greatest monologues in any video game ever created. Oh, and he also teaches us how to play golf too. What a wonderful dad. Sign him up for Father of the Year.
The assassin has overcome my final defense, and now he's come to murder me. In the end, what separates a man from a slave? Money? Power? No. A man chooses. A slave obeys. You think you have memories. A farm. A family. An airplane. A crash. And then this place. Was there really a family? Did that airplane crash? Or was it hijacked? Forced down. Forced down by something less than a man, something bred to sleepwalk through life until they are activated by a simple phrase spoken by their kindly master. Was a man sent to kill, or a slave? A man chooses. A slave obeys. Come in. Stop, would you kindly? Would you kindly? Powerful phrase. Familiar phrase.
Would you kindly? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch?
Sit, would you kindly? Stand, would you kindly? Run! Stop! Turn. A man chooses. A slave obeys. Kill! A man chooses. A slave obeys. Obey!
After meeting and killing our father, we end up taking the key card to control of Rapture, putting it in the machine, and giving control to quote-unquote Atlas, who, surprise, is Frank Fontaine. So we run away, and then we have a nice conversation with Bridget Tenenbaum. She undoes a lot of the mental control that Fontaine had over you. However, he has a few tricks up his sleeve, mainly Code Yellow, where you need 2 doses of Lot 192 in order to be completely free of any mind control or any manipulation that Fontaine has over you. The next stop on our adventure is Point Prometheus, where we see Fontaine in almost his final form. He's ingested so much Adam that A, he looks like he's on steroids, B, he's completely naked for whatever reason, and C, he's completely dickless. I don't know why that design was chosen, but hey, I guess we have to deal with it, right? So yeah, I guess Adam does that to you. So if you ever thought about splicing up, don't do it. In order to fight Frank Fontaine in his final form, Jesus, this sounds like a Dragon Ball Z episode, we need to become a Big Daddy, and we have to do so by collecting suit parts. First, we're gonna go with the boots. Secondly, we pick up the Big Daddy helmet. We then modify our vocal cords so that way we can sound like a Big Daddy. The oddest thing that we have to do is pick up 3 different things of pheromones in order to smell like a Big Daddy. This is so the little sisters will actually be around you and they'll treat you as a Big Daddy rather than a person. Or they're scared of splicers as well, so that could be it too. Lastly, we need to pick up the Big Daddy bodysuit. For one, this reduces a lot of incoming damage, and most importantly, it completes the set, thus we become a Big Daddy. To save both you and I a headache as well as drowsiness, I'm completely skipping over the entire escort mission. This, in my opinion, is the worst part of any Bioshock game. And it's just because of how slow it is. There's no way to speed up the little sister, and it's just a little frustrating. So, to save the boredom, I'm skipping it, and we're gonna go into the Fontaine boss fight. Do you guys think I'm ready to do this? Do you think I can do this? Let me know your thoughts, opinions, comments, and predictions down in the comment section below. With that being said, let's do this.
Need a minute. And I'm gonna cut you into bits. Come again!
You think I'm alone in this world? I got more than enough mugs to watch my back while I recharge.
You think you got a shot at this? I'm barely getting started.
And there we have it. We have successfully completed this challenge. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. If you did and want to see more content like this in the future, let me know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, as we are on the road to 50,000 subscribers. And if we can hit that by the end of the year, that would absolutely be incredible. If not, it's completely okay. We're still going to make that push towards 50K. Also, if you want to help me out a little bit, consider dropping a like on the video, or if you want to also be notified for future videos or live streams, feel free to hit the bell and turn on all post notifications to never miss a future video or a future live stream. If you want to check out any other videos, there will be some popping up on the end of the video, so all you have to do is click on them. And other than that, if you want to stay up to date with me outside of YouTube or check out additional content, you can follow me on my social medias or subscribe to my second channel. The links will be down in the description below. With that being said, thank you all so very much for watching. Take care, stay safe, and I will talk to you all in the next video.